The entire hotel lobby fell silent. Crystal chandeliers shimmered above the marbled floor, reflecting the tension hanging in the air. The manager's mocking laughter echoed across the room as the poor couple stood frozen, clutching their tattered bags. "Sir, ma'am," he sneered, "if you can't afford real comfort, the Budget Inn down the street will welcome you. This isn't a charity." His words dripped with cruelty. Behind them, a few well-dressed guests chuckled softly, whispering as if the couple were invisible. The husband, mid-40s, thin, weary eyes, tightened his grip on his wife's trembling hand. She looked down, trying to hide the shame burning across her face. Her old floral dress clung to her shoulders like a memory of better days. "We just wanted one night," she whispered. "It's our anniversary." The manager rolled his eyes. "Then maybe you should have saved for it. I can't help people who can't help themselves." And then came the voice, low, steady, and commanding. "Is that how you treat paying customers?" Every head turned. From the corner of the lobby, an older man rose from a leather couch. His clothes were plain, faded jeans, worn boots caked with dried mud, a flannel shirt with sleeves rolled to his elbows. His weathered face carried the calm of someone who had worked through storms and pain alike. His name was Frank Miller, a farmer from Nebraska. The manager's expression flickered with confusion. "Sir, this doesn't concern you." "It does," Frank interrupted, his gray eyes cutting through the air like steel. "You just humiliated two good people for wanting a decent night's rest." "I think that concerns every human being in this room," the crowd murmured. The manager straightened his tie, trying to regain authority. "Sir, they clearly can't afford—" Frank reached into his back pocket, pulled out his worn leather wallet, and laid a credit card on the counter. "How much for your most expensive suite?" The lobby went dead quiet. The manager blinked, thrown off. "Sir, our presidential suite is—" "I'll take it," Frank said. "And I want it transferred to their name." Gasps rippled through the room. The poor couple turned to him, speechless. The wife's eyes glistened. "Sir, we can't accept that." Frank smiled faintly. "You can, and you will, because tonight isn't about money. It's about dignity." The manager's face flushed red. "Sir, I didn't mean any harm. I just—" "You meant exactly what you said," Frank replied firmly. "But let me tell you something. Money doesn't buy worth. It just exposes who you are without it." Everyone in the lobby froze. A waitress who'd been pretending not to notice now stared openly, eyes wide. A businessman by the elevator looked down at his phone, ashamed. The couple stood still, unsure what to do. The husband's voice cracked. "Why would you do this for us? You don't even know us." Frank's weathered face softened. "Because years ago," he said quietly, "I was standing where you are now. My wife and I were traveling to see her dying mother. Our truck broke down near a fancy hotel. I walked in here, this very chain, and asked if I could just rest in the lobby while I waited for help. The manager back then laughed too. Told me I smelled like dirt and didn't belong." His voice trembled slightly. "That same night, my wife cried in the truck. She didn't make it through the week. I promised myself that if I ever saw someone treated the same way, I'd make it right." By now, the manager's head was bowed. The couple stood in tears. The woman reached out, touching Frank's hand gently. "You must miss her," Frank nodded. "Every day. But tonight I think she'd be proud." Without another word, he handed the suite keys to the couple and turned to leave. The manager stammered, Sir, I'm truly sorry, Frank stopped and looked back. "If you're sorry, don't say it to me. Say it to them." The manager swallowed hard, then faced the couple. I'm sorry," he said softly, voice trembling. "Please let me make this right. Dinner is on the house." For the first time, the wife smiled. A small, fragile smile that carried years of pain and a spark of healing. "Thank you," she whispered. Frank walked out into the night, the glass doors closing behind him. The rain had stopped. He looked up at the cloudy sky and smiled faintly. Somewhere he felt his late wife's presence, a quiet peace that wrapped around him like the cool breeze. Inside the hotel, the couple stood together, holding the keys to a room they never thought they'd see. The husband turned to his wife and whispered, "Maybe not all rich hearts are cold," and from the corner, a young bellboy who had witnessed everything muttered under his breath, Guess sometimes the richest people don't look it. Outside, Frank climbed into his old pickup truck. As the engine rumbled to life, he glanced once more at the glowing hotel sign reflected in the windshield. His lips curled into a quiet smile. "For you, Mary," he whispered, and drove off into the night. That night, 3 hearts were changed. The poor couple who regained their dignity, the arrogant manager who rediscovered his humanity, and the old farmer who finally found peace, because sometimes the loudest lessons come from the quietest souls.